If your raised beds look productive but feel lifeless when you dig into them, something critical is missing. Earthworms should be everywhere in healthy soil. When they disappear, yields drop, water drains poorly, and plants struggle no matter how much compost you add. This happens quietly, often caused by good gardening habits that accidentally destroy the very organisms that make soil work. The good news is that earthworms are incredibly forgiving if you stop harming them and rebuild the conditions they need. This is, well, a nature's blueprint guide to fixing the hidden mistakes that silently kill earthworms in raised beds and restoring living soil the right way. Earthworms are living soil engines. They aerate compacted beds, pull organic matter downward, stabilize nutrients, and, create castings richer than most fertilizers. A raised bed full of worms needs less input and produces more resilient plants. On the other hand, a raised bed without them becomes dependent on constant feeding. When worms vanish, it is not random. It is environmental. Constant disturbance breaks their survival cycle. Frequent digging, turning and fluffing might feel productive, but honestly, it's devastating to earthworms. Their burrows collapse, moisture levels fluctuate, and fungal networks break apart. Worms, they thrive in stability, not constant renovation. Fix this by switching to surface amendments only. Add compost, leaves or mulch on top and let biology do the mixing for you. Compost-only beds look rich but often lack structure and slow carbon. Compost breaks down fast, heats quickly, and dries out easily. Worms need both food and habitat. Without fibrous material, they migrate or die. Fix this by adding leaves, shredded cardboard, straw, or woody material beneath and on top of compost. Diversity feeds worms better than richness alone. Earthworms breathe through their skin. Dry soil, it suffocates them. Raised beds dry faster than ground soil, especially when left uncovered. Fix this by keeping beds mulched year-round. A 5 to 8 centimetre layer of leaves or straw dramatically stabilizes moisture. Water deeply and less often, ensuring moisture reaches deeper layers. Soggy beds force worms to the surface where they dry out or become food for birds. Poor drainage is just as deadly as drought. Fix this by improving structure instead of adding sand. Layer fibrous materials and, avoid compacting soil. Healthy soil drains itself when biology is balanced. Salt-based fertilizers, can really disrupt soil chemistry and, burn soft-bodied organisms without us even noticing. Earthworms, in particular, are especially sensitive to sudden chemical changes, which can be quite harmful to their delicate systems. The way to fix this, honestly, is by feeding the soil instead of just the plants. Use compost, leaf mulch, or even a diluted compost tea. Simply steep 1 shovel of compost in 10 litres of water for about 12 hours, then water the soil lightly. It's a gentle, effective approach. You know, many insecticides that are labelled as safe still end up killing worms directly, or, well, they poison the food sources that worms rely on. Even organic sprays, if used too much, can actually harm the life in your soil. The way to fix this, really, is to focus on prevention. Healthy soil tends to produce healthier plants, and those in turn attract fewer pests. Treat only when necessary and, avoid soil drenches. Exposed soil overheats during the day and, chills at night. Earthworms cannot regulate body temperature and, as a result, retreat or die under these swings. Fix this by never leaving soil uncovered. Mulch is not optional if you want worms. It is habitat. Walking near raised beds, leaning on edges or overloading beds compresses air spaces worms rely on. Fix this by building beds wide enough to avoid stepping inside and light enough to prevent collapse. Structure matters more than depth. Earthworms eat decomposing organic matter, not soil itself. Beds without regular inputs just can't sustain populations. So, to fix this, feed little and often. Leaves, kitchen scraps buried shallowly, and plant residues, they keep worms active all year round. Highly acidic or alkaline soil stresses earthworms, and, it really limits the microbial partners they depend on. Fix this gradually. Avoid quick lime applications. Let compost and organic matter buffer pH naturally over time. Raised beds heat faster than ground soil. Extreme heat forces worms downward or, in some cases, kills them outright. Fix this by increasing mulch depth in hot seasons and watering early in the morning to cool soil gradually. Winter freeze and summer heat both threaten earthworm survival in raised beds. Fix this by treating beds like ecosystems, not containers. Add thicker mulch before winter and refresh organic layers before summer. In healthy beds, we can see worm castings on the surface, a much improved soil texture, and, better water infiltration as well. Worms, interestingly enough, appear within just a few weeks when conditions improve. This is not about adding worms from a store. It's really about making soil worth living in. Nature never kills worms through excess. Instead, it supports them through, balance. When gardeners stop fighting soil and, start feeding it, earthworms return on their own. Fix the environment and, the biology follows. If this guide helped you understand what your raised beds have been missing, go ahead and subscribe to Nature's Blueprint for more soil-first, biology-driven gardening wisdom. Share this with a gardener who keeps adding inputs but never sees worms. Living soil, honestly, changes everything.